All right, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not that impressed. I just got to keep it real.
Bolo!
Y'all guys know that I pretty much try to jump on anything that is brand new with Universal Audio. I've been on this Universal Audio train for a number of years. Like, I've had the old Universal Audio stuff. I even had the PCI card back in 2005. And I've been on Universal Audio ever since. And right now, I can honestly say that with this new second gen of the Apollo X's, I'm not really ready to just like jump and get one. And it doesn't mean that it's probably not a, great product or whatever, but I'm just not really ready to get one at the moment. Usually when this stuff comes out, I try to jump on it immediately. And you guys know I can get it right now if I want to get it. But I just haven't been highly impressed in what I've seen so far, even with some creators. Like, they've done some A/B testing. They've had some vocal testing going through there. They've talked about all the specs, and they talked about the cosmetic side to it and how it has that vintage, like, silver front plate on it and some new buttons and all that good stuff. But I'm just not that impressed. Reason being is I had to think to myself, if I upgrade to this, is it just that much better than the first generation? And there's something I've been doing for a while now, and that's the A/B comparisons of the newer units versus the older units. And on just about every single last one of the videos, you guys have actually said that the older units actually sound better than the newer units. And then I made kind of like a video that I was thinking that, maybe a cheaper piece of gear would sound a lot different than the more expensive piece of gear. And then I found out through an A/B test that I did with you guys that you actually like the cheaper gear. Now, I did a video comparing the Apollo X6 to the Presonus Quantum 8 HD, I think it's something like that. And you guys were like, yo, Bolo, the Quantum actually sounds better. And the reason why a lot of y'all was saying that is because I did a blind test between the two of them, and I let you guys decide which one you thought sounded better, and I waited like a day to give you guys results of which is which. And the overwhelmingly amount of people actually picked the Presonus over the Apollo. And the Presonus is like $1,000 cheaper. And this is kind of crazy because the more analog pieces I get, I'm gonna need more inputs. And I was actually thinking about buying another Apollo to get more inputs, or I was gonna go ahead and use my older Apollo. I have an Apollo 8, and I was just gonna pair that up with the X6. But then when I heard the Presonus, I was like, I don't know. Should I buy a new Apollo? Should I use the old one, or should I just use the Quantum and just use the Quantum and the Apollo that I got together? But then this new Apollo came out, the second generation came out, and I was like, you know what? I might can get the second generation, but does it really make sense for what I'm doing right now? So of course, you know what I did? I went, watched some YouTube videos, and I kind of did some research. And I was excited at first, but then I was like, it just seems kind of mid to me right now. It doesn't seem like it's like really striking my interest in getting it like that. And I know there's some decent videos with guys talking about it, and they've done some tests and stuff with it, but I really did not hear a significant difference for me trying to step up from that first generation to the second generation. Now, you guys know I like the new stuff. I like to get stuff new, and I like to get it like right then and there. And this time I did not want to go down that road that I've been before. Because you got to think, in 2015, I bought the Apollo 8, which at that time was amazing. I had stepped up from a Digi 03 at that time to that. It was a big difference. I still use that Apollo 8. I have it at my other studio. And then when the new X series came out, I got that immediately. I had a credit and I used that credit, and then I paid the rest of the money to get it. I got it, and I'm very, very impressed with it. And you guys know how much I like Universal Audio. Like, I've always been down with them like that. But when this new unit came out, I was highly impressed with it too. And I was like, you know what? I might need to check this out. And I was thinking about possibly getting the 8-channel one. But then after I started, looking at some reviews and everything, I was like, I'm not really impressed. I don't know if I'm not impressed by the people that was reviewing it, because I didn't really just get like this spark of energy to say I want to go ahead and buy it. To be honest with you, I think Universal Audio should have got a few more people to review the products and to really kind of like test it out. Kind of like how, Akai does with the NPCs. They give a ton of people the NPCs and then they really test it out. And in that way, we can get like a really good, like adequate results of like what this thing can really do and what it sounds like for real, because you got some people that's really going to like it, some people that's not. It's going to be a lot of pros and cons. And then really kind of searching for the videos, I didn't really see people that do what I do really like making reviews on the new Apollo. Like I seen a few reviews and it's like, it was not really impressive to me what I've seen. And then also just looking at the community interest in these things, like even looking at the view count amount with these videos and stuff like that, it just seems like a lot of people are not super duper interested in these. It's not like when the Presonus Quantum stuff came out, there was a ton of videos, a ton of people were hyped about it. The view count of some of these videos were crazy. But then when this comes out, it's like, it's almost like it's like an afterthought in a sense. Maybe because they're a little bit more expensive and, people kind of know the name UAD is this, is that. But I don't know. It just seems like people are not really too hyped about it. And, without me getting so technical, I know they probably did some stuff under the hood and they probably upgraded a few things. But aside from more DSP and stuff like that, when you watch these other videos and stuff like that, did you really just hear that big of a difference to where you said, you know what, I need to go out and get this today? And just me being honest, from what I've heard, I didn't really hear nothing that made me just say I need to go out and get it. So now I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place on if I should get it because of the customer loyalty that I have for Universal Audio, because I'm definitely a loyal customer to Universal Audio. You guys know, because I even got rid of my RME interface to stay with Universal Audio, and you guys beat me up for that. Oh, you got rid of the RME? The RME is so much better. But my customer loyalty lies with Universal Audio. But after that Presonus comparison, I was like, shoot, I might can just use those pre's and I could just use, the Universal Audio DSP and I could use the output of that and, I could just use that together. But we all know it's much easier to just go ahead and link up two Universal Audio pieces than to link up other stuff. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between, what I really want to do. Will I get it? Eventually I might. But as of right now, I think I might chill for a second because I haven't really seen anything that just made me say I need to go out and get it today. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get it, because y'all know me, I might make a video today about this and then next week I have the unit here. But until I can really sit down with it and just kind of compare it, then I might just stick with what I have. But you guys let me know. Is this new Universal Audio X, this generation 2 that they have, is this something that you guys are very interested in? And is this something that you guys may get in the future? Or if you guys already have it, you guys let me know if it's that much of a difference between any of the older units that have already came out. I'll probably say like the units past 2015 that has came out, like the Apollo 8, the black one with the black interface, and the X series, the first generation. You guys let me know if there's like a huge difference. I don't know. I'm going to sit on this one for right now. I'm going to try to weigh my options and see what's going on. But I'm just being honest. I'm not impressed yet.